First Peter, the letter.
Okay.
And it's the one that says wives should obey their husband, put on the mind of Christ. You should suffer as Christ suffered. And I can't, it's very sad to see how often some of the verses from that letter are used to tell Christian women that they should stay in an abusive relationship. And there are documented studies, and I can provide you with some of that information, how often that still exists. So what I have done is I always take the approach of what was going on in the society and what were the cultural norms of the time.
To contextualize it.
And contextualize it, absolutely. And the Roman Empire was a patrilineal, very structured, well-organized society to maintain order. The emperor was at the head. It was all based on the natural law of things. And the male was the head of the household. The slaves, the wives were property, and it kept order.
Okay.
It made things work. There's also some ideas of the women's physiology, that she was, quote unquote, more porous, more subject to emotional fluctuations. She was more likely to be deceitful, facetious, there were a lot of ideas about a woman's physiology that contributed to that.
Okay.
So written probably near the end of the 1st century, maybe even the early 2nd century. And Christianity was infiltrating the Roman Empire. And in order for it to survive, it needed to conform. So the message was, especially with women who had converted to Christianity in a pagan home, don't make waves.
Okay.
Same with slaves, don't make waves.
So I never thought of it that way, that it depends on the society that, this original pure form of Christianity was brought to, and then society made changes based on their ways of life.
And I think what they would do, you take the best social norms of a society and you want to model Christianity to support those. But when the social norms change, Christianity needs to support those. And when science changes, and so just to kind of take a step back, there's a way of understanding scripture as being prescriptive. In other words, these behaviors prescribe how you're supposed to act, or descriptive. They describe the society in which they were formed.
Okay.